We've been highlighting age-friendly Sarasota throughout this week, a new community initiative designed to bring the Suncoast generations together and make it a better place for all ages. Dr. Kathy Black is a professor at USF Sarasota Manatee and an advisor for Age-Friendly Sarasota. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, both the World Health Organization and AARP say that part of being a successful community is how we adapt to longevity. What does that mean, and how are we doing?
Well, I'll give you a few statistics up front. 50% of children born today are expected to live to age 100.
Really?
Wow.
Oh my.
The fastest growing segment of the older demographic, which is the largest demographic, is the 85+ group.
Wow.
And we have added over 30 years to our life expectancy over the past century. And so what does a society do to adapt?
Right.
We are playing catch up. And the World Health Organization in 2005 recognized that communities need to do more. It's not just about the things that we do ourselves. Our genetics, our lifestyle, circumstances that happen to us may impact our ability to age well. What can a community do? So the World Health Organization requires us to look at, what about our transportation? We outlive our ability to drive safely by about 10 years. What do we do in an auto-dependent world?
Great point.
And we need to stay active, healthy, and engaged to live as fully as possible so that we thrive and not dread our later years. Our housing, will our housing meet our needs? We hear from so many people who are struggling to manage or afford their homes. And we have over 40,000 people 16 over living alone in Sarasota County. And in many cases all around the world, people are doing home sharing as a way, and it's not just an economic benefit, but you're also getting the benefit of somebody else being there for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And it's not just housing and transportation and outdoor spaces, but it's also volunteering and employment. We hear from so many people that need to remain in the workforce, and particularly our research showed us that among the baby boomers. And I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. But our activities, and we need things at all price points, so that this is about an inclusive community, so that everybody can age as well as possible.
So specifically here on the Suncoast, I mean, there's such a long list of things to consider here. Where are we, and what do we need to be doing? What could we be doing better right here?
Well, we're doing a lot of things very well. By the way, there are over 500 communities now worldwide, and there were over 60 in the United States when we joined in 2015. We are really proud that we were Florida's first.
Yay!
Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely.
But I have to tell you, we really were advanced. Even though we were late to the game, we really were advanced. For example, and I hear you all talking about our arts and culture, we really excel in so many activities. Earlier we were talking about the YMCA. We excel in the range of activities. I'll share with you, I was at a session, a national session, and Age-Friendly Chicago was bragging that they were able to put in one program for seniors at their libraries. And our library system, I think we figured that we do over 150 sessions a month.
Right.
For specifically for the age. So we're
Did
already.
that make, because we already had some of these things in place, did it make it a great transition for us to even participate in the program?
Well, you know what? When people are already well, we all want to do as best as we can. What can we do even more? What can we do even better? And everybody's a stakeholder. There's a role for everybody in this. People have a role to play, businesses, a government, and nonprofits, and the media does play a role, because you're helping inform people. You're moving people from not really thinking about it to, now I'm thinking about it. What am I going to do about it? It's great when they're planning for their own longevity, but we want to help them also think collectively about this community.
So when we look at this as a collective unit, what's the next step? You've done all this amazing research, and we know we have the resources. Where do we propel forward from here?
Well, we want to spotlight and highlight what we're doing well, and we want to bring to this community some practices that are being done elsewhere that we think might work here. For example, Age-Friendly Tel Aviv. The doctors on the prescription pads put down volunteer. They don't just write down Nexium or medication, but they put down volunteer, and then they'll give you a list of the health benefits.
That's like your prescription? Go out and volunteer?
That's right.
Wow.
And in other parts of the world, they are creating time banks so that people who are volunteering their time and energy, you know, we have people in some cases spending more years in retirement than in their working lives.
Amazing.
And for people to stay engaged mentally, physically, socially, cognitively, spiritually,
Gotta do something.
this is good for you and it's good for our community. And boy,
it's a win-win.
And this community needs to create the structures to help people do that, and that's what we're about doing.
Well, we know that people want to come here, which is, you know, one hurdle, right? We've gotten over that. But now when people do come, we need to have everything in place to have it thrive and be successful.
Because we get young retirees, but then they become older. I speak for myself, as they live here. So you need to be able to transition into different activities, different volunteer jobs.
Well, and something you mentioned about that is important. Each community has to look at their own unique profile, and because we do have so many people from around the world, around the nation, around the world, it's very important that people feel connected when they get here. I have heard from people who don't feel that, you know, some people are a little shy to attend a group, and so what can we do to reach out and be that connector? Particularly for people who change statuses too, caregiving, widowhood, what can we do to help people stay engaged? It's all important.
Yeah. What a wonderful program, what a wonderful week. We have been talking about age-friendly Sarasota all week, and this all wraps up with the big festival, Saturday, October 28th at the Sarasota Fairgrounds. It is a free event and perfect for all ages. So for more information, you can go to agefriendlysarasota.org. Coming up next, Pam tells us what she's been up to and helps us celebrate a certain someone special's birthday. Oh my.